Well, here we are, my first YouTube video. If you clicked on the description or just looked at the title and happened to stumble upon the video, you saw in the title, Bears Can Write, and you also saw my first CreateSpace experience. So either you were told to, friend or family, or you search CreateSpace, which I will get to that once I'm finished. We're going to kind of break this video down into two big parts here. First being my book and the reason why I'm on YouTube, and the second being CreateSpace and all the wonders of Amazon. For the detailed description, you can check in the bottom below. And I'm going to kick off right away with why I'm here. My name is Mitchell Seymour. As far as the pen name goes, on books and poetry and the like, you can see MG Seymour is what I've decided to go with. Sounds a little bit better, I think, in my own opinion. I grew up in south suburbs of Chicago, a town called Lansing. Graduated high school in 2013, joined the Marine Corps quickly after that, and spent some time in California. Got out about 2015, and am now working for the railroad here in Chicago. As far as wrapping up a good 6 years there, right a row. I am first and foremost a writer. I have been since 5th grade, Mr. Corey's class. That's pretty much when I decided that was going to be the thing that I was going to do. No Stephen King or Shel Silverstein here, but an amateur nevertheless. I actually started with a book called The Wasp's Nest. It was an atrocity of a book. It was probably 50 pages long. I completely ate my mom's printer alive with that book. It was a monster as far as printed paper books go. I'm following off notes here, so as I keep looking down, just bear with me. I'm still fairly new at this. I continue to write. I continued to write after 5th grade. 8th grade rolled around. Mr. Gersovich is a teacher that I had history, and he truly sparked my interest in military history, which eventually led to me joining the Marine Corps. And I continued to write. I always had this concept for an idea that soldiers in a story, such as Enemy at the Gates, Saving Private Ryan, or even Kelly's Heroes, everyone likes a Tom Hanks or a Mark Wahlberg, but no one ever looks at the items around them. A rifle can be a character. A pair of boots can be a character, if you're familiar with that fantastic story, All Quiet on the Western Front. Another great book, by the way. If you haven't read it, you should definitely check it out. It was about 7 years. 7 years I started this book, and have been working on it ever since. I told myself I would start off on YouTube, and I would kind of just talk. I would do a simple, laid out, hopefully not too cringy video of me pretty much just explaining what the book is, and my personal experiences with CreateSpace, which again, we will get to eventually. Other than my book promotions, I'm hoping to inspire and create as much as possible. I have in the line right now 13 novel-sized books, roughly 200 to 300 pages each, all planned out here for the next 10, 15 years. I'm hoping to get as many done as I possibly can in a realistic amount of time. The first being 7 years, which by all means is not realistic, but here we are. It is finished and it is sitting in front of me, and I'll definitely show that off here in a minute. Any information about the book is easily obtainable. The website is BearsCanWrite.com. It's the name I chose that's going to be kind of the cornerstone of all books that are self-published by me. The link is in the description below. you can check out the website. It's a lot more simple than a lot of the sites that I've seen where it's clicking and clicking and clicking until you finally find what you're looking for. Mine is it's a pretty simple site to use. This book, which I have sitting in front of me here, is actually the finished product that I got from Amazon. The book is about 280 pages. This is the regular soft cover book. I'll get more into all that specific when I reach the CreateSpace portion of this video. The book is titled The Ballad of Serial Number 121211. I'm asked the same question over and over again, so I'll get that out of the way. The title of the book is not significant. That number is not significant, other than the fact that the rifle number, the serial number chosen for the rifle, is actually the date I decided to select the title. That would be December 12th, 2011. I chose that title. I went about that. I'm going to read now a short little description on the back of the book. If you purchase the book via the website or through email or directly from Amazon, you can see it for yourself. However, I'm going to read it now just for video purposes, trying to lengthen this thing up as much as I can. On December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, the world was in flames once again. As the United States became drawn into the war that the rest of the world had been fighting for over 2 years, they began building and training the next generation of modern soldiers. The world's most powerful nations were locked in combat that even reached the U.S. soil. Armies battled in the air, at sea, and on land to push back the evil that threatened both Europe and Asia. In the midst of the Second World War, both men and weapons were improved to fight the changing world. At this time, the United States developed a simple weapon that would indeed help bring the war to a close, the M1 Garand rifle. The unique design and versatility of this rifle allowed the United States to deploy this weapon into urban, woodland, and rural combat. It was, as George Patton stated, the greatest battle implement ever devised. With millions of weapons being manufactured, how many lives can just one rifle change? And I capitalized one right here and make it all dramatic and stuff. The idea here is sound. One rifle, any rifle, can have a massive impact on somebody. An inanimate object, in this case, can actually become a character. And I believe truly that in these 270 pages, I've proven that. The rifle begins in Springfield in 1941, and from there you will have to read and find out where the rifle goes from there. I have in my notes here a short book story. I wanted to tell the story and shout out to my high school teachers. I spent a lot of time writing this thing. Historical accuracy was huge for me. It was a big deal. There's a military collectible shop called Norm's Military that's here in Lansing, and he was a massive help to me. There's a veteran, Louis Venditti. I will also leave a description to both of those locations, person and location. Louis is a 101st Airborne veteran, fought in Bastogne, fought behind Utah Beach and landed with the 101st. Massive inspiration as far as writing this thing goes. It's right from the mouth of the person that was there. The stories he told and experiences he had humbled me writing something like this. Historical fiction is nice. It's a great genre to tap into history and to be able to put your own spin on things. The story that I have is me in high school. All my teachers knew I was writing this thing. I used to carry this huge red binder around, and like 3 books. I had one book called the D-Day Atlas. I'll see if I can link a picture of that as well. That book was a lot of help, and it also was a 4-pound book that I also carried around with all my other nice freshman books in high school that we carried before everyone had iPads. I worked every day on this thing. I missed assignments for this book, and my teachers understood. They knew the passion was there. They knew my learning my want for learning at least was there. And they allowed it. They allowed it to happen, and I thank all of them. I thank all of them from the bottom of my heart because they are a big part of this as well. Mr. Roberts, Miss Brungens, Miss Bywater. There's a lot more. Those are just three that pop into my head that have definitely turned the other cheek when it comes to people not doing the assignments that they assigned and rather worked on their pipe dream. The part that I'm dreading here. Let's talk about CreateSpace. So, for those of you who clicked on this video for CreateSpace and skipped through the video and got to this 10-minute mark, CreateSpace is a company that belongs to Amazon. Amazon being the almighty power that it's became here in the last 10 years. I'm not going to give specifics on the company because that's not important. I'm only going to give you a general experience and idea of what is Amazon CreateSpace and what does it do and what does it do for me as a writer, not for a person who's purchasing a book. First of all is, what is CreateSpace? CreateSpace is a company that belongs to Amazon, funded by Amazon, and it is a publishing agency. They will publish and they will print your book as they've done for my book. And I have to say, they're great. They're great quality books. They're excellent for what you pay for. And I'll get into that eventually. How does it work? Well, first you write a book. Once that very easy venture is over and you're done writing your book, you submit either PDF or Word file to them. And then you go back and forth on the phone through blood and sweat and tears, and you eventually edit this book over and over again until it fits in the format that you wanted it. They have areas of selection. They make you sign up with an email and password just as any other place does. The key here is user-friendly. It's a very simple program to get used to. It's a very easy program to get used to. I mastered it in a matter of a few weeks. The problem with Amazon CreateSpace that I'll get to is their bittersweet services. But first I'll talk about their prices. The books are affordable. They're very affordable. If you submit your manuscript of your book, they will get back to you with a finished copy in a matter of no time at all. Getting your cover, back cover, and spine finished is a very difficult thing to do. And I'll get to that also. Once you get by those little loops, you are home free to either get a proof book, which if I flip to the very back page of this book, you will see this is proof number 2. I have another book sitting over here. This book, proof number 1. I have a few of these proofs, and Amazon sends them to you for $2-3, so you can actually hold a book in your hand, your finished product in your hand. You can hold it and be happy with it, of what it is. You can also look at their digital design. You can look at their digital format, and you can see it digitally and click through it and actually take a look at it before you actually order the finished copy. Newer computers, Windows 10, I absolutely recommend. You should definitely use a newer computer. The program is a little bit fancy. It doesn't take any downloading or anything like that, no file saving or anything like that. It's just your manuscript to them. They send it back to you. They offer artwork, but I recommend original artwork. My artwork was done by a friend of mine in high school. Manuel Cord Cruz is his name. He is an unbelievable artist. He has dragged himself through this project with me for weeks, months now. And this is his original artwork for this book. I will put a link to his Instagram in the description as well. And you can take a look at some of his work. He's really good. Amazon. This bittersweet service. I'd say bittersweet because you've wrote a book and you've got that far. But now you want to see your book done. And you as a writer don't need to worry about this technical stuff. Amazon's very technical. And their service is good, but they're not going to help you. You have to help yourself. The more work you do at perfecting your book before you send it in, the better it's going to be in the long run, and that is a fact. There is a big language barrier with a lot of these employees. I'm not going to get political in this video because that's not the aim. That is not the point of this. The point is to only state a fact. There is a big language barrier with a lot of the employees who are extremely nice and very, very capable people in helping you. But the language barrier makes it extremely difficult to talk about numbers like my spine being 9.25 inches. And you go back and forth and they don't know what you mean and they have to talk to another person and then they put you on hold for hours. The service is bittersweet. If you can get by that, the program is excellent. At times it'll have you scratching your head and smashing your head onto a wall, and other times it'll have you jumping up and down like I am today. Again, like in the description, this is an unboxing video, and at the end, that's what I saved it for. Amazon's efficiency. They're Amazon. They're efficient. Plain and simple. They are efficient. So efficient that I have an event tomorrow that I have to be at that has about 200 people that are going to be there. I ordered these books late, these ones that are sitting next to me. And they managed to rush ship and go out of their way to fast ship, despite it being near the 4th of July. They shipped it quick, real quick, and they made it in time. And I'm beyond impressed with that. In fact, it takes away all the hard work and dragging through the issues with going back and forth with their tech support, and it blows that out of the water. My expectations were definitely beaten there. Amazon's quality. These books are great. I mean, I bent them up myself a little bit just to kind of see what would happen if I kind of bent them a little bit. And, you know, you take this thing and you bring it on an airplane with you. You stick it in your back pocket and go climb a mountain. I don't know why you're doing that with a book, but you live life with this book. You stick it on a shelf and never touch it again. These books are good quality. Amazon's quality is good. CreateSpace quality is good. I can't complain about this. Cover and sizing. This is your meat and potatoes. This is what's really, really gonna either destroy you on CreateSpace or it's gonna make your life so easy. Have a PDF file sizer. I can't help you there. YouTube is excellent. That's why I'm here in the first place. Find something that can size and format PDFs, or find a person who knows how to do it, because they're going to have you change the size a lot, and they're going to have you they're going to ask you what size you want the book to be. This is a 9x5, I believe. And it's a good size. It's good. But after I did this, I was stuck with the size, meaning I had to fix the cover to it instead of having it to the cover. Understand what I'm saying. The best part of the video, with the little bit of time I have left, I am going to actually, for real, unbox my my order. Your books will come in a box like this. This is what your books will look like when they come in a box. It's a regular Amazon box. Again, this one was fast shipped to me. Thankfully, because their service is excellent, and it looks great. It looks excellent. I do love what they did with it. You get a small receipt, no packaging material or anything like that in this box. I'm actually going to flip the entire thing because I don't want to move my computer. So it actually looks like this. They divided it. I ordered 20 copies, and that wasn't expensive. I'm not going to go into specific details with numbers and things like that. If you are truly interested in writing a book and getting in with CreateSpace, feel free to check the website out, find my email, find my phone number, contact me by all means, and I can share with you all the information that Amazon has to offer. all the things that I got. I'm not a spokesperson for them. I don't work for these people. At this point, I'm working for myself. But it worked. It ended up working. And here we are with 20 copies of the book that I've worked almost 7 years on. It is it's a sweet moment. This is the first time I'm actually seeing them all, the completed copies. So you can pull this brand new, fresh thing out of here, and you can take a look at the no proof sign in the back. These are the official copies. They will give you an ISBN, they will give you a barcode, and they will fix off all that stuff for you. And it's gonna look nice. It's gonna look good. You're gonna like what they do. 'Cause I know I did. And that's all I have for you guys. Feel free to like the video, subscribe. If you want to see more book-related stuff, this book, The Ballad of Syria, number 12, 1211, actually became a 5-book series. I have another book now on the way called Phantom of the Infantry, following a group of infantrymen who have died and are continuing to fight the war, even though they've already passed on. A different take on World War II historical fiction, but everything is going to tie into the ballad at one point in time. All the descriptions that you need for the video or anything I missed saying, I will put in the description below. And yeah, thanks for watching. Again, this has been MG Seymour with Bears Can Write.